to the Base Face Network.
Seriously, that COVID-19 has exacerbated Germany inflation? How can it happen?
Hi everyone! Today we are going to present about how the COVID-19 has worsened Germany's inflation. Germany is one of the countries that has felt the most impact with the inflation, especially for energy and food product. Did you know that Germany is world's 5th largest economy by the total GDP of 2.9%? Yes, it is a country that highly innovative and has strong focus on exports, where Germany main exports were vehicles that up to 17.5%. However, it's sad when Germany cannot run out their exports activities abroad because supply bottlenecks are weighing on production and less supply is available for shipment to Germany, but consumer demand continues to rise. Import activities also has become one of the reasons why inflation in Germany is getting so high. Germany is overly heavily dependent such as petroleum, 14% with the total import, and even food from US. Germany has held the highest among of inflation with the rate of 3.1% than in Malaysia with the rate of 2.5% in 2021. This made the purchasing power of the German people is declining, due to the lack of imports and exports, which increases the pressure on governments. For your information, Germany is facing the demand pull inflation. This occurs when the economy grows quickly and starts to overheat. When demand exceeds supply, firms respond by raising prices. The rise in the consumer price level in Germany slowed considerably, to an average of 0.5%. This is due to the manufacturing companies in Germany have temporarily shut down their industrial operations. Are all this problem impact the consumer buying activity? Yes. The consumer also will not quickly spend their money unless they are sure that they are paying for what is expected and match with their real needs.
In addition, if you want to know, inflation in Germany has actually been happening for a long time. If we want to look the time series, since 1973, severe inflation has already happened in Germany with a rate of 7.032026% and continued to fall to a normal level and returned directly around the year 1992 with a rate of 5.056979%. The country's Consumer Price Index, CPI, rose 5.2% year-on-year, the fastest rate since June 1992. The inflation continues to rise on 2021 with a rate of 3.14297% higher than in 2020. It rose so high because energy prices continued to rise as a result of COVID-19. Furthermore, increasing supply chain bottlenecks and the end of the temporary value-added tax deduction are also contributing factors to the high percentage. All of this happened due to the factor that could play a part to the higher inflation. One of them are real effective exchange rate. This factor begins to rise with the highest exchange rate, which is 100% in 2010 from 1979 to 2021, and now we want focus on 2010 due to the degree of openness. This is proof that in 2010, Germany imported a greater percentage of its goods and inputs, raising the exchange rate on domestic prices and causing a faster pass-through. This can be seen where exchange rate in the Eurozone found to be higher in the ratio imported inputs across industries by as much as 0.3%. Apart from that, oil rent is also one of the factors of why inflation is rising. By 2012, oil rent, percent of GDP, increased by 0.000409% compared to 2010, making it the highest percentage of 0.032675% between 2010 to 2020. This is due to a 10% reduction in energy consumption in the transport sector. Transportation is the largest oil-consuming sector, accounting for more than half of total oil consumption. So, they want to reduce the energy used as the demand for oil increases dramatically. This is among the factors contributing to Germany's severe long-term inflation.
Since Germany's inflation rate has continued to rise sharply until reaching 10.4% in October 2022, where it has exceeded the 2% of target, monetary policy and fiscal policy are the ways used by the Deutsche Bundesbank to control the inflation. For the contractionary monetary policy, the government will decrease the money supply, which will directly affect aggregate demand as the public will lessen their spending, and in terms of borrowing. According to the monthly report of the Deutsche Bundesbank, the bank employs the discount rate, where the central bank raises the interest rates from 2% to 2.50%. This is because higher interest rates have a dampening effect on demand and therefore on price developments too, for achieving the target inflation rate of 2%. In a contractionary of fiscal policy, the federal government of Germany introduced supplementary budgets to ensure compliance with the debt brake fiscal rule. By doing so, the Federation issued no new debt from 2014, and the whole government debt fell below the reference value of 54.9% of GDP in 2021, for the first time since 2002. The government works on increasing the taxation price to all imported goods by 19% on shipment, where it can stabilize national spending, and also can affect aggregate spending in the economy, where consumers will spend less on imported goods yet more on local goods.
Consumers in this country must always make a wise decision. In addition, due to supply problems that have been created by the pandemic, this country also needs to have good planning in order to ensure their export in vehicles, machinery, and equipment are efficient. The percentage of inflation in consumer prices, annual percent, for 2021 has reached the highest as compared to previous years by as much as 3.14297%. After the inflationary crisis of 1992, this made inflation grow significantly. In conclusion, the government must guarantee that monetary and fiscal policy are continually managed and monitored by ensuring that the discount rate is consistently set at an adequate level to overcome inflation.
Finally, we have reached the end. That's how bad this COVID-19 virus is that has worsened inflation in Germany. Thank you for your unwavering attention throughout this presentation. Bye-bye. Till we meet again.